The Boston Sci-Fi Film Festival returns. 51 years. America's longest running genre festival continues once again, 51 years. Now, to last that long, you know that they have to have taste when it comes to the movies that they choose. And so if I'm chatting with these filmmakers, it means their films are compelling and quite brilliant. And I want to take a moment and meet some of them and see exactly what goes behind those brilliant films. So I have three with me today as we start a series of interviews with these filmmakers that's going to appear on Channel Indie. It's going to appear on Boston Sci-Fi's media as well. So look for them online. Gentlemen, welcome aboard. Glad to have you. Can't wait to hear all about your films. I have been a sci-fi geek as long as Boston Sci-Fi has been around. So I'm dying to hear what's going on. Daniel, let's start with you. Tell me about your movie. Tell me about you.
Sure. My name's Daniel Limmer. I'm a 36-year-old filmmaker from Salzburg, Austria. And Dream Theater, it's my second feature film. And yeah, it's a very haunting sci-fi tale. And I'm very happy that we made it into the Boston Sci-Fi Film Festival, which is a very legendary festival also here in Austria.
Wow, there we go. We're worldwide.
Yeah.
Haunting. I love that word. Tell me about the movie.
Sure. So Dream Theater, we have a woman in her 30s, and she suffers from sleep depression, anxiety, nightmares, and she tries a lot of things, but nothing really helps. So she gets into this startup that's called Dream Theater, and it's a new technology that allows her to step into her own dreams. So first of all, it becomes more or less a haunting experience for her, but later on, it becomes her new obsession. And she definitely loves the life in the dream theater more than her own life in reality.
You're hitting a very interesting topic there. When you're talking escapism, now when we say escapism, we look at that as like this lighthearted word. Okay, I'm going to cosplay, or I'm going to sit and watch, every episode of Doctor Who or something like that. But the way you're showing it and considering the world today, technology is allowing us not to go into escapism, but to escape. It sounds really intense.
Yeah, yeah, sure. And I think it's a theme or a topic that many people can relate to nowadays. Just speaking of social media or being online all the time. So we always have this kind of fable for simulations, and I thought this would be a very interesting topic on the social status quo right now. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. I love the cautionary tale where we look at something and we say, oh, this is great and it's harmless. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I think it's not really harmless, but as it has with new technologies, they are not very well tested yet, and so things happen that get out of control, and I love that just. And then there comes something like horror into it, and there comes, of course, it's sci-fi, but also like switching of identities, and yeah, it's like come to life psychosis, I would call it.
Really deep. Okay, I look forward to seeing that. I look forward to seeing that immensely. When is it going up at the festival? Do you know when your performances are?
Sure, it will be on the second day of the Boston Sci-Fi. It will be on Thursday, 4 p.m., and I will be there to host the show.
Excellent. I look forward to meeting you, and I look forward to your amazing films. Speaking of amazing films, uh, let's hear from our next filmmaker. I'm going to my thing so I can say people's names correctly. Mike, tell us about your film.
Well, I'm Mike Jackson, and Peter New and I made Time Helmet, a zany time travel comedy about a guy who invents a time travel helmet that moves your consciousness from the future to the present. Peter stars, I directed.
And I star.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't understand what an independent film is, that is the definition of an independent film. Um, okay, Okay, it takes place in the future.
It takes place, well, now in the past, but it takes place in the present. But Peter plays Donald Voltman, whose future self comes to the present day and takes the opportunity to try to patent troll his ex-wife and steal her impending fortune.
Wow. Okay, so we have one of these technology that had fell into the wrong hands, sort of.
Well, I
Sort of.
invented it.
Okay, did you invent it for that purpose?
Correct.
Oh my.
I think, I mean, it's because it takes place in the present, but also it implies 30 years in the future. I think the younger version of me, the present day version of the character, invents it for potential good, but his life doesn't go the way it wants it to go. And so when he inhabits himself from the future, he's quite bitter and he wants to change only his own life because he's become quite selfish and angry. So he sort of co-opts the younger version optimism and takes it over and tries his best to erase it with the help of some ragtag compatriots.
And while being pursued by the time police.
The time police, of course.
Well, yeah, of course. Wow. I see so many parables going on here. I see so many allegories within this. My favorite is we see this all the time. We see this especially at reality shows, which is really ironic, where they say, if you could write a letter to your past self, what would you say, or things like that. So you're sort of taking the nightmare version of that. What would you do to change yourself?
We actually try to look at all angles of that. I don't want to spoil anything, but we show both the good and the bad that can happen from getting messages from the future.
Yep.
Do you think in the world we're in now, do you think the notion of regret is palpable enough that because your film shows us this notion of, we didn't like how things turned out. Do you think the world itself is regretting so much and wishes they can go back and change things?
I mean, I think so. I think that's true, but I also think that regret is one side of a coin and acceptance might be the other side of the coin, right? So characters and people need to understand that we are where we are because of the choices that we made, and how much does changing it actually affect it? How much does changing it actually make a difference? And so we're sort of exploring in that territory.
But it is a comedy.
Yes.
So we're looking at the light sides of all of it.
I'm seeing a through line now for both of your films. I'm getting this notion of the nightmare of this escaping who you are or changing who you are. That's why I regret. I'm starting to see this, and world affairs sort of lead us to believe how many people out there say, I wish I had done something different. And we're seeing that in this. That's really intense. I've always felt that horror and science fiction really is prophetic. The messages there, we somewhat laugh at them, but they're very powerful. And when you look at the world, they're sort of giving us these cautionary tales, and we don't notice it because we're talking about time helmets and sci-fi technology when it is far more real than we can imagine. Wow.
Absolutely.
Gentlemen, when is your film going up?
Saturday night. We're Saturday night at 7.
Oh, you're a Saturday night show. There you go.
We are. And
Mike, you're going to be there, right?
I am going to be there. I can answer questions, be ridiculed, whatever people really care to do. I'm not looking forward to the cold. I'm not used to. I grew up back east, but it's been a long time since I've been that cold. So we'll see how I do.
I grew up here and I don't like the cold, but that's another story. Mike, you're going to be there the whole time, right? You're going to arrive.
I'm actually, unfortunately, I'm getting there Friday. So I'm not there for the whole stretch. Our producer Lori Watt will be there the whole time, so she'll get to have all the fun.
Very cool. All right. Well, I look forward to meeting you on Friday and your producer there. And we're gonna miss you, my friend. And I'm gonna be cheering when I see how brilliant you are on that screen.
Oh, I can't wait.
I wish all of you the best on this. I think you're real trailblazers. You're looking at the world through a sci-fi lens, but you're handing us very powerful parables, and I applaud you for it. Folks, the Boston Sci-Fi Film Festival will be February 11th through the 16th. It's going to be in Boston at the Somerville Theater. Visit bostonsci-fi.com for tickets and other information and to see these and a whole gaggle of amazing films. Gents, good luck to you. All the best. And I look forward to meeting you and seeing your amazing works.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Right.
Thank you. See you soon.
Thank you very